Welcome to the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC pre-match show on SoCo CW, sponsored by Cornerstone Roofing and Gutter. Integrity is the cornerstone of our business.
After a less than fruitful trip throughout the Southwest, the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC is back home with their sole focus being the USL Western Conference. Good thing, because St. Louis FC, a team right by them in the standings, has come to Widener Field. Good evening and welcome. Ryan Kaufman alongside Roland Vargish. And Roland, tough midweek loss for the Switchbacks in the U.S. Open Cup, but the silver lining is now they can put everything into this USL Western Conference that has gotten pretty crowded.
Yeah, these midweek matchups are now over for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. They have to stop this man right here, Kyle Grigg, one of the best players in the USL's Western Conference, a fantastic player. He spearheads the attack for St. Louis FC.
And there you see him there. He has 5 goals. Everybody else on the team combined has 5 goals. So teams go in looking to slow him down, and not many are successful. Switchbacks FC certainly thinks that they might have the recipe on how to slow him down, and it starts with one of the newest members of the Switchbacks, Jordan Schweitzer.
Despite that loss in the U.S. Open Cup, I thought Jordan Schweitzer was fantastic. His range of passing was brilliant. He likes to sit in that center of the midfield for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, just in front of the back four. Likes to use his range of passing, spring that ball wide, use that hair as well. Jordan Schweitzer, fantastic player for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
Well, it's been a good day for soccer players with man buns, that's for sure. These two teams come into play tonight tied in the USL Western Conference. They'll look to separate. Starting lineups and kickoff are next.
Honey, what's for dinner?
I don't know. Order a pizza.
I did it last time. You order.
I don't have the number.
Look it up. So easy. A 3-year-old can do it.
Hailstorms are fun to watch, but they can leave you with a damaged roof. When that happens, Cornerstone Roofing can put your roof and gutters back to where they need to be. We provide free inspections and insurance estimates, and we'll work with your insurance company so your new roof is hassle-free. Plus, our customer service department will walk you through every step to make sure it's a fast and easy process. Cornerstone Roofing is licensed and bonded, so all work is guaranteed. Call Cornerstone Roofing for your free estimate, because integrity is the cornerstone of our business.
When you're in the market for a new home, consider the advantages of working with a reputable builder. Make sure quality and craftsmanship are part of the offer. Energy and efficiency are both must-haves, and find an area of town that's right for you. It's your home, so do your home work.
Home buying tips presented by Oakwood Homes. Call or visit oakwoodhomesco.com or to speak with a new home counselor.
My city, my team, your station. SoCo CW and the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC team up to bring you, for the first time ever, live soccer broadcast from Colorado Springs. To find out when to watch on SoCo CW, go to fox21news.com and click on Switchbacks FC.
Welcome back to Widener Field as we get you ready for Switchbacks FC taking on St. Louis FC in a crucial early season USL Western Conference clash. As you see the players coming out to the field, if you look hard enough, you see some changes for both teams. Let's first start with how St. Louis will line up. There's Herzog and Gregg. We talked about him up at top. Hilton, Lindley, Calistri, and De Silva in the midfield. Kavita, Fink, Reynolds, and Stanley are in front of Jake Fennelson, who gets to start tonight in goal for St. Louis FC. And now let's peer over at what Steve Trichu is going to be thrown out there for Switchbacks FC. Stuart Seus will get the start in net. In front of him, a familiar look, Hunter, Abusi, Jack, and Suggs. In the midfield, our pre-game highlighted player, Jordan Schweitzer, Luke Furcoloni, and Rapids loanee Sam Hamilton. There's another Rapids loanee, Nikki Jackson, playing up top alongside Saeed Robinson and AJ Ajikwa. Let's take a look rolling first at what St. Louis needs to key in on this match.
Well, we talked about it briefly. We'll get to it more when we get this game underway. A couple new faces in for St. Louis FC who have a long injury list coming into Widener Field, and of course they have to handle the altitude.
And for Switchbacks FC,
well, keep Gregg goalless, one of the best players in the USL. We talked about him as well. Keeper controversy. Switchbacks have two number ones. Stuart Seus gets the nod tonight, and they've got to get the Open Cup out of their minds, get back to USL action, continue to climb up that table and solidify their playoff spot this year in the Western Conference.
And in tonight, coaching for St. Louis FC will be Tim Leonard. Anthony Poulis, the head man, is on a one-game suspension, so Tim Leonard gets the nod tonight. So Switchbacks FC will begin this game mentioning the Open Cup. Both of these teams can look to distance themselves a little bit from the U.S. Open Cup, as St. Louis also went down midweek as we get underway here at Widener Field. An absolutely gorgeous night for soccer. It's been warm all day long, a little bit of overcast, which should certainly make the fans here at Widener Field a little bit more comfortable. The first 500 fans tonight got Ziggy bobbleheads, limited edition, the Switchbacks mascot immortalized in bobble form. As we take a look at our referees, Chris Greer, Jacob Meyer, and Lauren Parliament, and our fourth official is Adam Zarin.
Yeah, shout out to Adam Zarin as always. Carolyn's watching, we know that. Ready, underway here at Widener Field. You talked about it, Ziggy bobbleheads, fantastic. We got to look at those. I know you got up close with one, hanging out with some bobbleheads in your office, Ryan?
Yes, I have quite the collection, if I may say so myself, and Ziggy's a welcome addition. So Switchbacks FC with the ball right now. Taylor Hunter has it on the near side, brings it out to midfield, now sends this one down, and AJ Ajikwa looking over at Taylor saying, my bad. Taylor thought AJ was going to take off, and that was not the case, so St. Louis FC will now have it.
Sam Hamilton lining up just in front of Jordan Schweitzer. Schweitzer's going to hold right in front of the back four. We talked about him in the pregame. He's been fantastic recently for the Switchbacks FC. Hamilton, as you see there, just playing the ball with Jordan Schweitzer in the middle of the midfield for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
Hunter sends that one down. Luke Furcoloni chasing after it. Of course, he got the game-winning goal last time we were here at Widener Field. That was a goal against Las Vegas. The Switchbacks then went to Oklahoma City and were shut out 1-0. And then, as we mentioned, the U.S. Open Cup loss to San Antonio FC. As here comes Switchbacks FC and just pushing it wide there with Saeed Robinson. But to get a good look at goal 2 minutes in, that is certainly a positive start for the home side.
Tremendous build-up play by the Switchbacks, led by Jordan Schweitzer, plays it off to Luke Furcoloni. Quick one-touch pass right into the run of Saeed Robinson, takes that right-footed shot just wide on the Fat Boys Pizza replay. Unlucky for that man right there, Saeed Robinson.
So goal kick coming up here for St. Louis FC. If you missed it midweek, Switchbacks FC having to go to penalty kicks against San Antonio. And San Antonio was able to convert all of theirs. Uriel Macias missed one for Switchbacks FC, and that was it. And so, tough one to take, but Switchbacks FC, you and I both, Roland, have talked to quite a few players leading up to this game. They put it in the rearview mirror. They're ready to take on St. Louis. Yeah, it's good to get those midweek games out of the way. A ton of travel for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC recently. Obviously, all the teams in the U.S. Open Cup are going to face that, but just a lot of miles on the legs for a very small squad for the Switchbacks. So Steve Trichu and his team are happy to be back home, happy to be back to USL action here at Widener Field. No team in the USL Western Conference as Pascal Abusi flips this one forward for Luke Furcoloni. His defender went down. Chance for Luke to set something up. He's got to wait for reinforcements, though. Sends this one to the middle for Hamilton. Now back to Schweitzer, plays the ball to the top of the 18, taken away by St. Louis, and they'll corral the ball there. No one in the USL Western Conference has played in more matches this season than Switchbacks FC, and then you add in a couple of US Open Cup matches. This Switchbacks team is ready for their schedule to settle down a little bit. Throw in here by St. Louis, played on the near side. Taylor Hunter comes in there to knock the ball away. Herzog with a quick throw and trying to lead Greg down the field. Jamal Jack right there to shield Greg from the ball, and there's Stuart Sayus getting the start tonight.
Such a dangerous partnership for St. Louis FC, Herzog and Greg. Switchbacks are going to have to be on point to slow them down.
Stuart Sayus getting the start tonight. Moise Quaddy had the start midweek in the Open Cup. Steve Trichu still trying to figure out who his guy is. There was a write-up in the local paper today about the Switchbacks looking for goalkeeping, and they're looking for goals here, and now that one tipped away by St. Louis FC. Another chance for Switchbacks FC. Just could not quite get it to go. Schweitzer chips this one in, goes over the head of a St. Louis defender. AJ Jiqua pressing after it, and it will go out. It was not touched by St. Louis, so it'll be a goal kick.
It was a great move coming in from that right side by Luke Vercoloni. Vercoloni's been given the freedom so far tonight, sort of drift around, support the attack, popping up there on the right-hand side. Switchbacks just unable to get a strong shot on Fenlison's goal.
Fenelson has it back on his feet here as he sends this one downfield. Josh Suggs has it go over his head. Jamal Jack, though, is there to go get it. Jamal Jack, we continue to be impressed with him this season. It's been a real linchpin on that back line for Switchbacks FC. And now Taylor Hunter will take possession on the near side, or maybe he won't.
Quick call from the referee, just a bit of a bump he's going to call there against Taylor Hunter. St. Louis FC will restart.
So St. Louis will have it on the far side. They have yet to really test Stuart Sayus. Switchbacks FC have made Fenelson work a little bit here in the first few minutes. Now here's Gray, gets it taken away from behind. AJ Jiqua all over the field, and now he goes down. No whistle here.
Advantage being played by the referee.
So now Suggs speeds down the far side, plays it to the corner. Saeed Robinson back to Suggs, came off of his foot, and it will go out for a goal kick. Good decision there by the referee to play that advantage. Switchbacks FC just not able to take advantage.
Yeah, and a tremendous run down that far side by Josh Suggs, pushing as far forward as he can from that left back spot. As you said, just unable to work the cross, and at the end, well defended at the very end by St. Louis FC.
These two teams met up back on March 31st, so they get their season series with each other done pretty quick. That was a 1-0 victory for St. Louis FC, so certainly Switchbacks looking to return the favor here. With it on the near side is De Silva. Pass it back to Stanley. Now Reynolds gets it to the midfield. Flick to the near side for De Silva. Taylor Hunter jumps in front of it. Now Jiqua plays it down for Hunter, unable to get there before Stanley takes it. Now Hunter has it. Hunter trying to get in there, plays it. Oh, overrunning it was Saeed Robinson from the far side. And now St. Louis FC comes out with it. Taylor Hunter, impossible angle. He needed that help. That was a pretty good ball, but no shot.
Just a brilliant break forward from Taylor Hunter there. Gambled on that one, won that second ball, broke into the box, as you said. Delightful cross, just flicked out of the reach of the Switchbacks FC right at the end, but great play from Taylor Hunter as we see that one run long. Good starting position there from Stuart Sayus.
Sayus rolls the ball out. Of course, if any of these players happen to catch the Champions League final earlier this afternoon, these goalkeepers need to be mindful of where they're rolling that ball. As Sayus sends this one downfield. Good pass to Vercoloni. Luke's got some space. Luke has reinforcements. He'll take it himself. Shot save made by Fenelson, and St. Louis will get it out of the box.
Luke Vercoloni just used the run of Nicky Jackson. Nicky Jackson made great strides toward the penalty spot there. Just took the defender with him. That opened up the space for Luke Vercoloni. Strikes a goal, but a good save by St. Louis FC. Fenelson still 0-0 here, but the best chance of the match falling right there to Luke Vercoloni.
So Switchbacks FC putting more pressure on opposing goalkeepers as we take a look at it again. There was Nicky Jackson on the far post, but Vercoloni decided to take it himself, and a good save, as you mentioned, by Fennelson.
And that run from Jackson just opened up that space. You saw there on the Fat Boys Pizza replay, Luke Furcalone had to take that strike at goal. Fennelson stayed big, stayed strong, able to clear that one out.
Now Lindley with it in the middle of the field to De Silva. Plays it back across. With it now is Sean Reynolds over to the far side. St. Louis extremely patient here early on, whereas Switchbacks FC are looking to push the pace a little bit more. Now picked up by the Switchbacks. Played it over to the far side. Saeed Robinson giving chase, but a good job there by St. Louis to tap that one out as you take a look at head coach Steve Treachew.
It's good covering by Sam Fink. Steve Treachew rolling the dice, bringing those two new loanees from the Colorado Rapids, putting them straight into the lineup for the Switchbacks FC. Short week for the Switchbacks, obviously, got back in town. Just had a one-day practice. Now they're out here. Unlucky there for Taylor Hunter, just unable to take that touchdown. It was a good switch of play.
The relationship between Switchbacks FC and the Rapids continues to be very good. Sam Hamilton and Nikki Jackson getting the chance for minutes with Switchbacks FC. First time we've seen both of them in the lineup together as Hamilton tips that one out on the near side. Getting ready to throw it in is Corey Herzog. Instead, will allow Aiden Stanley to throw it in to him, to Herzog, as Hamilton again hits that one out.
Very impressed with Hamilton so far in the first 10 minutes. Nikki Jackson's been a little bit isolated for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC as their lone striker, but Hamilton's done a fine job so far, fitting in right next to Jordan Schweitzer in the middle. Hard the engine room of the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
And Hamilton, a recent first-round draft pick of the Colorado Rapids, as this one is sent downfield. Gray got his head on it, and now Hunter provides some contact there. Maybe a little bit lucky. Didn't get a whistle as Save sends this one to the near side. Ejikwa can't cling under it. Instead, it'll be Reynolds to play it. Now Herzog with it. Plays it back as St. Louis scrambling a little bit as the pressure of Switchbacks FC picks up. And we want to welcome you to Widener Field, the proud home of Switchbacks FC. Ryan Kaufman alongside Roland Vargas. As this ball is played downfield, Pascal Abusi will just let this one roll over the back line, and we'll have a Switchbacks goal kick.
Yeah, Pascal Abusi waiting for his goalkeeper to bail him out there. Say you saw the flight on that one. Pascal Abusi just sees it out. Referee just going to have some words here with Herzog. Herzog left a little bit in there on Pascal right as that ball went out into touch. Josh Suggs just coming across to have a chat with the referee as well. But we're back ready for action here. Stuart Sayus to play this ball long.
Sayus will go far side here. And once again, a 50-50 ball won by St. Louis, and a whistle and a little bit of a push, which led to the 50-50 ball being won by St. Louis FC. Quick restart here for the Switchbacks. Abusi dribbles to the near side, gives it over to Taylor Hunter. Hunter back to Abusi. They'll switch fields here with Jamal Jack. Up to Suggs, likes to get in the play offensively. As now Switchbacks FC looks like they want to reverse fields again. Jack diagonal across the field to Ejikwa. AJ got his foot on it initially, but a tough play there.
Nice idea to, Ryan, nice idea to try to switch the point of attack there from the Switchbacks. Just too much on that one for AJ Ejikwa. The Switchbacks doing their best to move St. Louis side to side. St. Louis very comfortable behind the ball, just leaving Greg and Herzog up top, funneling everyone else behind, making it difficult for the Switchbacks to get a lot of space going forward.
Hunter's throw-in is taken away by St. Louis. Now playing it at midfield and getting tied up with Jordan Schweitzer is Joey Calistri. Now St. Louis with it. Coming up on 13 minutes into very fast-paced first half here at Widener Field. With it in the midfield is Cameron Lindley. He'll send it to the near side. Taylor Hunter right there again. He's played well so far. Now AJ Ejikwa and De Silva getting tied up. And they'll get De Silva for the foul there. AJ a little bit slow to get up.
Good refereeing. Referee just waited for an advantage and brings it back to the initial pull on the jersey from De Silva on AJ Jaco, referee. Last warning there for De Silva. Next one, he's in the book.
And De Silva and Ejikwa shaking hands as to acknowledge there was no, certainly any ill intentions there from De Silva, but a physical play that the referee felt like he needed to have some extra words with De Silva as you see it again.
Just the second or third little infraction from De Silva there, so that's why the referee just letting him know he's on his last notice. Switchbacks building from the back again. See how many men St. Louis have behind the ball. Difficult for the Switchbacks to break them down. That's why you see these long balls. The Switchbacks looking to try to switch play as quickly as they can, move St. Louis side to side.
Pass from Abusi, a little bit too short, intended for Hunter. St. Louis with a quick throw, and they'll go to De Silva, who runs away from Taylor Hunter. Plays it to the middle of the field. Now Calistri passes it off, and now De Silva with it. De Silva got it to Herzog, kicked away by Abusi. Progress of St. Louis being stopped here. Now they try to figure out the middle of this Switchbacks defense. Now a long cross deflected out by AJ Ejikwa will result in another throw-in. Now running back with it is Aiden Stanley. He'll just send it back across midfield. Sean Reynolds will track it down.
Game really calmed down after those early chances from the Switchbacks FC. Look for Coloni with the best ones probably so far, breaking through down the right wing. Since then, St. Louis a lot more conservative, looking for these long balls over the top, but not willing to gamble too many men forward.
There's Gregg with it on the far side. His pass deflected by Schweitzer. We had an inkling those two would cross paths more than once tonight as Schweitzer dribbles it up the field, plays it far side for Saeed Robinson, who now delivers a long ball to the near side for Ejikwa. AJ looks like he's got a beat on it, brings it down. Now he tries to get around his man, and good defense there by St. Louis to tip it away. Now Hunter to Saeed Robinson, who's now come to the near side of the field. Ejikwa chips it in, looking for Robinson. He'll go there. Now De Silva and Ejikwa once again getting tangled up. This time De Silva takes the ball away. Now he has some green in front of him. Jordan Schweitzer running to the near side to break up that play.
And that's what Jordan Schweitzer's on the field for. Brilliant play from him. Just comes across, eases De Silva off the ball with his shoulder, wins the ball back for the Switchbacks FC. Brilliant play there, covering center midfielder Jordan Schweitzer after De Silva made a nice run down the left.
Jamal Jack with it at his feet. He'll give it off to Abusi. Slight pass forward for Hamilton. Taylor Hunter chips this one forward. Running after it is Nicky Jackson. He'll backheel it. Was trying to go back and get it. Unfortunately, only white jerseys around, although that did get some of the Switchbacks faithful here a little excited. Now St. Louis within the middle. Luke Vercoloni providing a little bit of pressure. Played out to the far side. 16 and a half minutes have gone by. We haven't seen a goal yet. Reynolds sends this one forward. Played to Stanley. Stanley to De Silva. Sam Hamilton getting in there, trying to take the ball away, and he gets whistled for the foul. Reynolds with the quick restart to Hilton. Play it to the middle for Calistri. Calistri trying to get it forward for Herzog and couldn't quite find the mark there.
Cheeky there by Calistri, looking for the no-look pass, trying to slide that one through. Just too much on it in the end. It was a good idea. Switchbacks were on their heels. St. Louis FC had a good chance.
Sayu sends that one to the far side. Suggs up to Robinson, headed to Vercoloni. Luke on the far side of the field gets it tapped away. Who was it out off of? It'll be St. Louis. So Switchbacks FC with the throw-in coming right in front of the St. Louis bench. Josh Suggs throws it back to Saeed Robinson. Robinson will play it back to Jamal Jack. Hamilton to Hunter, headed forward for Ejikwa. AJ, good job to get away from his defender. Now he has some space, trying to square back up towards the goal, passes it over to Robinson. Saeed, he'll chip this one in, headed out by St. Louis. Now De Silva tracks it down, Hamilton pressuring. De Silva now brings it to the near side. Hamilton giving him no room to operate, and this ball rolling towards the corner, sent downfield now by De Silva. Abusi, first one on the scene.
Calm and collected there by the Switchbacks in possession, just recycling the attack, hitting St. Louis FC deep in their half. The nice run by Josh Suggs down the left.
Yeah, and Jack finds him out there. So Suggs sends this one in out front, and that one's so close there for Nicky Jackson.
Brilliant chance there by the Switchbacks, all from that run down the left by Josh Suggs. As soon as Pascal Abusi picked up that ball, Josh Suggs took off down the left wing toward the Heat Depot corner, but he's about to take now, whipped in that ball. St. Louis desperately scrambled that one behind. First Heat Depot corner kick of the night here for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. You see there the Fat Boys Pizza replay, just a great ball in. Josh Suggs, Nicky Jackson getting on the end of that one, but blocked out in the end by St. Louis FC. Heat Depot corner kick here for the Switchbacks.
Suggs lines it up, sends it in. This one loose in the box. St. Louis able to get it out of there. Switchbacks FC need to pressure again. They'll curl it far post, headed out by St. Louis. We'll have another corner kick. That was one of the bright spots from the midweek loss in the Open Cup for Switchbacks FC, is that they found a way to get a goal off of a corner kick. That's something that this team's supposed to do really well. Hasn't quite clicked. And Josh Suggs found Toby Uso for the only regulation goal. As we line up for a Heat Depot corner kick, Josh Suggs to take it again. Pascal Abusi is the guy with the good size that Suggs might be targeting here.
Pascal Abusi, Jamal Jack, obviously both center backs forward for the Switchbacks. Josh Suggs deadly from these kind of situations with that left foot.
Suggs finds his man, now sends this one in and headed away first by St. Louis. It was Greg that got his head on it, and now it skips away from Saeed Robinson, which is going to give St. Louis the possession.
That was Pascal Abusi just trying to reach back and get on the end of that Josh Suggs corner kick. Unlucky there for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
Fans, if you didn't already know, the new home for USL streaming is ESPN Plus. If you need more information on it, make sure you log on to uslsoccer.com. But ESPN Plus is your new home for USL streaming.
Why didn't you text me back this morning at 6 a.m. when I texted you at 6 a.m. when I was watching the championship final on ESPN Plus? What were you doing? Busy?
I was running errands so I could watch the Champions League final. I had to make a choice. Said Fulham, Liverpool. I'll go with Liverpool. I think I made the right choice, although congrats to Fulham. As this one is played down the far side by St. Louis. As they bring the ball through the midfield. Now Switchbacks FC to the middle for Nicky Jackson, and now taken away by St. Louis. On those Saturdays, if I'm going to watch a game, I got to get my chores done first. My chores happen at the same time Fulham play.
ESPN Plus, Villa Fulham championship final. Got to wait all next year for another one.
This one sent to the far side. Jamal Jack heads it back to Stewart Saves.
Good play by Jamal Jack. Josh Suggs will restart the attack for the Switchbacks. St. Louis FC done a good job to keep the Switchbacks in front of them, just haven't created too much going forward. Stewart Sayus been relatively untested in net for the Switchbacks so far.
St. Louis regains possession in their own half of the field, now across midfield. As Suggs gets in there, a little bit of a push, leading to a whistle, quick restart. Calistri with it, plays it out to the near side. Now into the box. St. Louis continuing to try and find Greg. They haven't had much luck doing so. I remember a couple minutes in, Herzog was able to at least pass it towards Greg. It was out of his reach, but other than that, we haven't called Greg's name that much, and that's certainly a credit to Switchbacks FC and the attention they have paid to him.
Yeah, he's been well marshaled. It was a nice break forward there by Stanley down the left wing. St. Louis, they've got to get more of that. They've got to get their fullbacks pushed further forward, do a little bit more of what the Switchbacks are doing with Suggs, and here on the ball right now with Taylor Hunter. Start getting those players from the opposing half as we see Taylor Hunter taking his ball into St. Louis territory.
Hunter over to Hamilton. If he passes it to Schweitzer, it will be 3 DU Pioneers touching the ball in sequences. There will be a whistle. I think this one is going to go against Sam Hamilton here.
Yeah, just a little heavy on that first touch there, trying to recover. Good step forward there from St. Louis FC referee right on top of it.
Taylor Hunter and Jordan Schweitzer, both former Denver University Pioneers, and now with Sam Hamilton joining the club on loan, that gives them a third former Pio. Quick throw in here for Hunter, finds Luke Vercoloni, passes it back to Hunter.
Vercoloni not overly thrilled with that challenge coming in there on the back of his Achilles, just letting the referee know that. See AJ Jaco going down off the ball, will be able to pick himself up.
Suggs up to Robinson. Saeed dribbling it to the middle, gets it taken away. Now it's St. Louis that's been able to put the pressure on here. Haven't gotten a good look at goal yet, but Switchbacks FC having a real hard time getting out of their half of the field right now. Cameron Lindley with it, passes it back across midfield. Now sent through to De Silva. De Silva trying to play it up to Herzog, taken away by Abusi, and Pascal sends it to the midfield circle.
Lindley right there is a player the Switchbacks have done a good job to keep quiet. Head coach Steve Tritchie with the Switchbacks mentioned him in his pregame notes, thinks he's a very dangerous player, really likes to make St. Louis FC tick. So Lindley's a player that was on the minds of the Switchbacks going into this game, someone they keyed on. He hasn't been too bright yet for St. Louis FC, but he's just starting to find more of the ball here in the last few minutes.
And while we have a moment, want to bring you a message from one of our fine sponsors, Oakwood Homes. Minutes and counting here in half number one. St. Louis is going to line up their first corner of the game. De Silva.
Lewis Hilton as well on top over this one. Looks like it's going to favor the right foot of Hilton, and of course I'm wrong.
De Silva with the left foot sends it in, and that one's sent away. Good job there by Switchbacks FC, not completely out of the danger yet, as Hilton hits that one in on Stewart Saves, who goes down to cover it up.
Difficult skill trying to take that ball down off the instep. Such a height there. Hilton kept his shot on goal, but easy save there for Stewart Saves. Switchbacks will regroup. Should give St. Louis FC some confidence going forward. They'll get their first corner kick, being able to put the Switchbacks under some pressure. They had the Switchbacks pinned in their half for a couple minutes there before earning that corner kick.
Suggs with it on the far side. To the middle for Hamilton. To Ajikwa. Back to Hamilton. Now Schweitzer with it. Gets the return pass from Jamal Jack. Now the pass to the near side looking for Hunter. It's picked off by De Silva, but he couldn't hang on to it. Abusi steps in front of him. Now this one played forward. They get Jackson with it off the great back heel from Ajikwa. Plays onside. Ajikwa trying to chip this one far post, finds Saeed Robinson. Robinson with the shot, deflected, and St. Louis cleared.
Such good play again. The Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC going forward. Got to be careful here. Well marshaled there. The brilliant interchange from Nicky Jackson, the new man for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, and AJ Jaco finally working that ball to Saeed Robinson, seeing his shot blocked with great interplay there. The Switchbacks forward three.
Schweitzer will get it to Hamilton. If you're Switchbacks FC, you don't want to leave that opportunity on the table for a while. You want to go right back in there. Right now, Jack with it. Over to Abusi. Taylor Hunter scoping things out before sending it right back to Abusi. Pascal tees it up, sending it in, looking for Ajikwa. That one headed away. Now Vercoloni comes down with it. Over to Hamilton, back to Schweitzer. Schweitzer over to the far side for Jack. Jamal with a lot of green in front of him. He'll bring it up. He has a goal this season. Knows what to do with it. Plays it over to Saeed Robinson. Now Ajikwa with it. Near side Hunter. Hunter plays it up to Vercoloni. Luke with the back heel finds Ajikwa. Far post. He was trying to find Nicky Jackson. and it's headed out by St. Louis. It will earn a Heat Depot corner kick, and it seems like Switchbacks FC are really trying to get Nicky Jackson involved in the offense.
Yeah, and he's done fantastically well. His interchange with his teammates, his new teammates, has been fantastic. Obviously only had the 1 day of training with the Switchbacks yesterday, a light session here at Widener Field. Josh Suggs going to whip in another left-footed Heat Depot corner kick. Wait for a second ball to be cleared. Switchbacks really showing how dangerous they are from these opportunities. A lot of height in the box. Sam Hamilton add to that list as well.
Suggs with Albert Dequa warming up near him. Third corner kick of the game for Switchbacks FC is now Luke Fercoloni. He's talking to the referee, part of the reason why we've been held up here. And Luke Fercoloni was talking to the referee. He's like, that guy in the pink over there is getting in my man's way. Here's Josh Suggs setting it in, headed out by St. Louis. And now a whistle in the box.
Luke Fercoloni pulled down there off of the ball. That's exactly what the referee was looking at. Luke Fercoloni drug down. He made the run around the penalty spot. Luke Fercoloni coming in, dragged down, 2 hands on the back of him. Referee sees that penalty kick, Colorado Springs, Switchbacks FC. Wait till you see the replay on this one. It was a nice job by Luke Fercoloni. He fakes to go to the near post, does the okey doke, runs around. St. Louis FC players aren't happy. Watch this, Luke Fercoloni taken down there, 2 hands in the back. That's exactly what Luke Fercoloni was speaking to the referee about before that corner kick was taken. Referee sees it, and the Switchbacks have a penalty kick to go up 1-0 here just after the half-hour mark at Widener Field.
I thought it was trying to get the St. Louis player that was warming up to kind of get out Josh Suggs' space. Apparently it was, hey, I'm getting grabbed here, and the referee looked for it, saw it, and now Luke Fercoloni is going to get a chance to convert this Associates in Dental Care penalty kick.
St. Louis FC not thrilled where the ball has been placed. Luke Fercoloni cares not.
Switchbacks FC has certainly had their share of practice as their Open Cup match went to penalties.
Right in front of the trailheads here, Luke Fercoloni, right foot, long run up as usual. Saw him bury his penalty kick in the U.S. Open Cup.
There is quite the discussion about where this ball is going to be placed. And now apparently all parties are okay with it. And now Luke Fercoloni with the crowd getting loud, getting ready to try and put Switchbacks FC up in the first half. Here comes Fercoloni, takes a shot and scores! Luke Fercoloni puts Switchbacks FC out in front, 1-0.
Perfect from Luke Fercoloni, the long run up. He just dropped that left shoulder, wait for Fenlison to dive to his right, and just passes that ball into the corner of the net. 1-0, Colorado Springs, Switchbacks FC. That man, Luke Fercoloni.
He played the hero against Vegas 2 weeks ago here at home, and now he has the game's first goal here, his 3rd of the season, and Switchbacks FC has the 1-0 lead as we take a look at it again. Went far side, and Fenelson picked the wrong post.
Man knows how to back up his words. In the pregame to this match, he said, "We will win." I said, "Luke, sure that's okay for me to put that in there?" He said, "No, it's okay. We'll win. I guarantee you, we'll win." He scores the goal right there, 1-0 Switchbacks FC by the veteran Luke Fercoloni.
Broadway Luke, is that the new nickname?
Fantastic.
I was going to go Rasheed Wallace, but that didn't quite work as well. I figured Joe Namath was a more general audience reference. That
both teams played hard, my man.
So Switchbacks FC has a goal here, and now they want to protect this lead. Here in the 32nd minute. Jordan Schweitzer over to Sam Hamilton, nearly taken away.
That partnership's going to be key for the Switchbacks FC to hold this lead. Hamilton and Schweitzer in the middle of the field. They've been great so far. They've been able to limit the opportunities of St. Louis FC coming forward. They're going to have to stay strong, get some support as well from the wide players for Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Nice ball over the top, but well read by Jamal Jack.
And it seems like Kyle Gregg has company at each step of the field. It's Jordan Schweitzer in the midfield, and then when he starts to get deep, Jamal Jack steps over to pay him some attention. Now De Silva dribbling away from Hunter, plays this one over to Herzog, gives it to Calistri, who pushes it high and wide. Herzog maybe better served to pull the trigger himself there.
Yeah, and Calistri looking for way too much glory, just leaning back off that left leg, trying to put that one into the postage stamp finish. Didn't have to be that perfect with it, just put it on frame, found himself in a great position. Best chance of the game going forward there by St. Louis FC. Golden opportunity for Calistri.
You take a look at it again, De Silva.
Yeah, it was a great play from De Silva. Way too much space there from Calistri. You can see him just leaning back, reading the headlines there as he's leaning back.
Thought maybe Herzog would put a play on it. Now Ajikwa sends it in. Fennelson punches it out. This will be a throw-in. We thought that maybe we were going to see AJ Ajikwa midweek against San Antonio, being that's his former team, but Steve Treachew wanted to save him, knowing he would need his services tonight. And AJ's been heavily involved in things so far.
And his speed so important, especially up here at altitude with visiting teams. See Josh Suggs with the rare right-footed cross there, looking for Nicky Jackson on the edge of the switchbacks.
Taylor Hunter sends it to AJ Ajikwa. AJ working on his defender, trying to drag the ball away from him. Now St. Louis with reinforcements, and now another whistle coming in. Where are they going to call this foul? Because this will be very interesting.
You can see the referee there just adding up the cautions. That's why we see the Hanson Hot Springs yellow card coming out. Referee just tallying them up, and the switchbacks have a great opportunity just on the edge of the corner of the box. The referee's going to have some more words here. Wasn't particularly thrilled with some of the discourse there going on off the ball, so the referee just going to have another chat.
Yeah, the Aiden Stanley is going to get charged there, although going over there to plead his case is Corey Herzog, and for his teammate, let's take a look here.
Maybe for that stand right on the end, that seems a little bit harsh. AJ Ajikwa thinks so too. But Suggs with the left foot, Schweitzer with the right foot. Difficult one here. It's a difficult angle to see who this ball favors. The left foot of Suggs make it very difficult on Fenlison, the goalkeeper, and obviously Schweitzer can curl this one out. Switchbacks, a lot of height in the box, dangerous opportunity here.
So free kick here for Switchbacks FC. Trying to get greedy and get a second goal before the break. Suggs going far post, punch it out by Fennelson. Good looking ball in, but Fennelson was all over it. Now Saeed Robinson pulls the trigger, headed high in the air, and now Fennelson can't come down with it, and it's pushed over the crossbar and out. Fennelson thinks that he was interfered with there as he was jumping up to try and make the save.
Yeah, referee calling the foul there on Pascal Abusi, I believe it was, for that contact with the goalkeeper. You'll see that as soon as the goalkeepers get any touch, the referee's going to blow that whistle. It's a good job by the Switchbacks FC. Fantastic free kick there by Suggs. Forced the goalkeeper into a decision. Great angle there on the Fat Boys Pizza replay. Funderson stayed big. Ball comes back in. You see here the collision. Yep, it's Pascal Abusi just with the arm right into the chest there. Good job by the referee calling that one. We'll restart with what is essentially a goal kick here for St. Louis FC as we tick ever closer to the end of the first half at Widener Field.
I give credit to Fennelson for making a decision. Some goalkeepers today have had trouble deciding whether they want to punch or grab it. I promise I'll stop suing Liverpool.
Harsh so far.
And I didn't have a dog in the fight. That's the crazy thing about it. Here on the near side, St. Louis FC with it. They'll give it to De Silva. Now back to Stanley. Now Hilton to Reynolds, back to Hilton. Still plenty of time left in this first half for either side to get one. Or in Switchbacks FC's case, another one is De Silva sends that one out.
Got to be careful of that man, De Silva. He's grown in confidence in the last few minutes, had some great moves going forward. As we see there, Colorado Computer Support, one of the fine sponsors here of Switchbacks FC Soccer at Widener Field. De Silva's done a good job getting forward, had a couple of good crosses. Now he's starting to find that range, that left foot, so the Switchbacks have to be wary of that.
Now Calistri had a shot on goal earlier, sends this one towards the top of the box, and Pascal Abusi sends this one very far out of play.
No mistakes there from Pascal Abusi, clearing his lines. Switchbacks FC trying to regroup. St. Louis FC finally ready to gamble some more men going forward, looking for that equalizing goal. Starting to push some numbers from that center of the midfield. Trying to support Greg and Herzog. We're very isolated in the first half an hour here at Widener Field in Colorado Springs.
Josh Suggs to throw it in, aims it downfield. And now Sam Hamilton in the play. Gets it taken away by St. Louis. Here's De Silva dribbling in. Good job there by Pascal Abusi to just swipe the ball.
Fantastic job there from Abusi. Had to keep those cleats down. Referee right on top of that one. Great job there to nip in.
De Silva to Herzog, trying to go far post. Misses its mark, and a goal kick coming up.
Going to be lucky to beat a goalkeeper of the class of Stuart Sayus from that kind of range. Just trying to whip that right foot around it. Didn't get it well wide there of Stuart Sayus' net.
So Sayus surveying the land here with about 6 minutes to go in the first half. Luke Vercoloni's penalty kick goal is the difference right now. And Luke's second goal in his last 3 matches. And this one played forward on the far side. And now a St. Louis player goes down, maybe had some help on the far side from Nicky Jackson.
Yeah, good strength there by Nicky Jackson, getting involved, showing his teammates what he's all about there. As you see this game starting to get a little bit more physical. Referee's got to get a stamp on this one. He's doing just that, blowing that whistle early with Schweitzer there coming across, making the challenge right in front of the St. Louis FC bench.
Reynolds on the near side, sends it through to Stanley. AJ Jikwa runs back on defense, now played back to Reynolds. To the middle for Hilton. Back with it. Schweitzer picking him up. Now sent to the near side for Reynolds. Played up to De Silva. Good job by Taylor Hunter taking that one away. Hunter gets some space, getting ready to send it downfield. Finds Luke Vercoloni, the hero right now. Plays it over to Ajikwa. AJ goes down. The referee will play the advantage. Here comes Switchbacks FC. Ajikwa up to Jackson. Jackson has possession. Jackson still with it. Back heels it to Vercoloni. Luke looking for number 2. Sends it in, and Fennelson able to make the save. But Luke feeling it right now. Has had 3 good looks at goal if you include the penalty. Right now just has that penalty kick goal, but a good looking shot nonetheless from the original member of the Switchbacks.
Yeah, just trying to curl that one in with the left foot there, finding himself in a nice bit of space. Great interchange there, Luke Vercoloni. Perhaps got caught between 2 minds, saw his teammates there bombarding into the back post at Jake and Suggs. Good play by the Switchbacks going forward once again, looking for that second goal. As we see the advertising hoardings getting involved in proceedings here. Just behind the goal there, Pascal Abusi seeing that one out.
And the ball will go out off of St. Louis. I thought that it had, but then Pascal Abusi came in with reckless abandon, and that ball barely over the back line. Could have been out on him. So now the ball played over the far side. It's knocked out by St. Louis.
It's played from Saeed Robinson to win that throw in right in front of the Switchbacks bench. Josh Suggs to take.
Headed away by St. Louis. Herzog trying to run it down. Jamal Jack's got a beat on it. Jamal trying to get around Herzog. Herzog goes down. Really fortunate there for Jamal Jack, because if Herzog wins that ball clean, he might get a good look at goal there. Instead, it'll be a throw-in for St. Louis. Going to throw this one in, taken away by Jordan Schweitzer. Over to Josh Suggs, plays one into the shin of a St. Louis player, and it'll be out for a throw-in. Schweitzer looks like he wants to, or Suggs, excuse me, wants to get a lot behind this one. Backs up and then runs forward. That one just harmlessly rolls out, so St. Louis will have their own throw-in. Hilton to the near side. Looking to run it down to Stanley. Stanley picking up a yellow card a little bit earlier this half. De Silva to Hilton to Calistri. Now out wide to the far side. Now St. Louis backs up. They want to have everything just so if they're going to try to equalize here before the end of the first half. De Silva trying to run it down, beats Abusi to the ball, but can't find his teammate Greg going far post, and this one will roll out for a goal kick. Tense moments there for Switchbacks FC.
Yeah, he's becoming St. Louis FC's most dangerous player going forward. De Silva, great job there to whip that ball right around Pascal Abusi in front of Stuart Sayus. But no teammates able to turn that one goalwards for St. Louis FC, but De Silva's done a good job getting forward, being a real thorn in the Switchbacks FC side toward the end of his first 45 minutes.
Sayus sends this one downfield. Schweitzer gets a little contact in the back, and the referee saw it. Restart coming here for Switchbacks FC. And pretty fast-moving first half. We'll see if there's going to be anything put on the end of this 45 minutes. Switchbacks FC does get a chance here. Suggs, with his considerable leg, can certainly put this one in a good position. Instead, he'll tap it for Schweitzer. Back to Jamal Jack. Switchbacks FC tries to get St. Louis out of shape here. Play to the near side for Hunter. Hunter sidesteps, now sends it in. Nicky Jackson trying to get on the other end of it, and Fennelson jumps up right in front of Jackson to play it.
Good job there by Nicky Jackson to stretch St. Louis FC's back line, try to get him behind, keep that defense honest, but well marshaled in the end. Good starting position for Fennelson.
Looks like we're going to get a solitary minute of added time here in the first half. Our 1 minute of stoppage time presented by the TikTok Shop. Not much ticking or talking here at the end of the first half as De Silva sends this one in, and it will go out.
Had Stuart Sayus worried there just for a split second as that ball held up in the air, floating toward that top corner, but well over in the end from De Silva. Should be about it here at Widener Field. We're back underway from Stuart Sayus' goal kick. Too much time remaining. Well played first half. Just that solitary Luke Fercoloni goal for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
Sayus sends this one forward. I was entranced by the prospect of being able to get a Chewbacca Switchbacks jersey.
Yes, and lightsaber giveaway as well. Star Wars.
Well, I mean, jersey's where it's at. Although lightsaber, my kids would love the lightsaber.
And all
That's the next home game?
That's the next home game. And all the proceeds will be going to charity as well for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Bring you more information on that when we have it. Swope Park Rangers in town.
Another team that's in the neighborhood of St. Louis and Switchbacks FC, as the first half will come to an end. Luke Vercoloni, once again, the hero so far for Switchbacks FC. He had the game winner a couple of weeks ago against Las Vegas, and here he has the penalty kick goal. That is the difference right now. We'll be back with plenty more from Widener Field after this.
Honey, what's for dinner?
I don't know. Order a pizza.
I did it last time. You order.
I don't have the number.
Look it up. So easy, a 3-year-old can do it.
Hailstorms are fun to watch, but they can leave you with a damaged roof. When that happens, Cornerstone Roofing can put your roof and gutters back to where they need to be. We provide free inspections and insurance estimates, and we'll work with your insurance company so your new roof is hassle-free. Plus, our customer service department will walk you through every step to make sure it's a fast and easy process. Cornerstone Roofing is licensed and bonded, so all work is guaranteed. Call Cornerstone Roofing for your free estimate, because integrity is the cornerstone of our business.
Hacienda Villarreal, authentic Mexican cuisine in a bright and colorful atmosphere. Come in and enjoy some of our signature specialty plates, made fresh to order just for you, like the molcajete, fajitas, and the steak and shrimp plate. We've also got all-you-can-eat enchilada Mondays, Taco Tuesdays, and Gorditas Wednesdays. And don't forget to try one of our flavored margaritas. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner, dine-in, carry-out, and delivery. Hacienda Villarreal, located near Platte and Murray in Colorado Springs.
Things that affect our viewers affect us. So the stories we do are just as important to us as it is to those watching.
My favorite part about being part of the morning team is that work is fun. It has to be for me to want to get up this early.
Every single day I come in, and even if I'm very tired, by the end of the morning, I'm like, wow, that was a lot of fun.
If we're having genuine moments, I think people at home are experiencing those with us, and this is a fantastic way to kick the day off.
My city, my team, your station. SoCo CW and the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC team up to bring you for the first time ever live soccer broadcast from Colorado Springs. To find out when to watch on SoCo CW, go to fox21news.com and click on Switchbacks FC.
What is life? The everyday drudgery of working bills, or is it those small moments when you can pause, close your eyes, and be in the moment? What is beer? It is the moment.
Beer is a beautiful thing when it's done right.
He's a legend and a genius. I hope I can live up to his expectations.
When you put everything you have into something, the blood, the sweat, the tears, you hope to have created something people are willing to put their reputation on the line for. And if it's not, you need to start over.
It's an intense process, and it's very frustrating when things aren't done perfectly.
It doesn't matter if you're a success or a failure in life, because in here, the only thing that matters is the beer's perfection.
Beer is not a simple beverage. It's the dew on the grass in the morning. It's the elation of success. It's your biggest supporter. It's your memories of friendship and sorrow. It's love. It is life.
It's perfect.
If you ever wondered what 102 appearances for your club looks like documented, there it is in Tifo right there. The Brad Ring.
With T2. Oh, and it's a goal. What a strike from Los Dos. Efrain Alvarez has come into the game. 15-year-old strikes it. Now Alvarez with a shot. And what a strike by Alvarez, who now has 6 goals in the last 3 matches.
Dowsby just outside the 18. Strikes it with his right foot. And right on cue. A huge goal.
And finds Langsdorff. He takes the shot and puts it in the back of the net. Langsdorff has a brace in the first half.
Takes hesitation step, and it's the save produced by Eric Dick.
Saved by Crapo.
Put numbers back. will strike it and put it in the back of the net. Marvin Loria likely seals the 3 points with his first ever goal in USL.
This one comes into the center. There's your goal! The goal! The goal for OKC! The header by Callum Ross. The streak is over, and the Greens have the lead 1-0. The power outage is no more. Taken and what a save! Doubles off with Gallagher. Palmed aside by Ranchessi. Slip one into the ball, gets by, and into the back of the net.
Welcome back to Widener Field. We are at halftime. Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC with a 1-0 lead over St. Louis Football Club. Ryan Kaufman back with you in the booth. I have a very special guest that I will welcome on to the program shortly, but right now let's take a look at our first half stats. The most important one, Switchbacks FC leading there 1-0 on goals, shots, fouls, if you want to say that favors Switchbacks FC. And then you see the offside and one yellow card being given to St. Louis FC there in the first half. So now, as promised, a special guest. This is Justin Grand, the main man over at Go Patch Brewing Company. Justin, how are you?
Good. Thanks, Ryan. No pun intended.
Is that the official title, main man?
Yeah, it's funny because I'm actually from the state of Maine, so depending on how you spell that, right?
Yeah, by the accent, I would have no idea. So Go Patch Brewing Company is a great partner of Switchbacks FC. So how important is it for the city of Colorado Springs to continue to have Tier 2 American soccer in the Colorado Springs Switchbacks?
Look, I can't tell you how excited we are personally. You know, soccer is one of the fastest growing sports in the country, probably the world even. And, you know, to see the atmosphere out here tonight, the family friendly, the kids running around, there's nothing better than see that. And very excited to see what Switchbacks going to do in the future here. And, you know, they support local, and, you know, I'm happy to be a part of that. So, you know, just glad to be here. So
yeah, and you guys are doing something really cool tonight. Tell us a little bit more about this special project you got going on.
Absolutely. So obviously, given Memorial Day weekend, we want to do something special. And every Tuesday, we have an event out of Goat Patch Brewing's Tasting Room. It's called Bleeding Heart Night, where we identify local nonprofits. And from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., we donate $1 back to every pint sold. So we wanted to extend that event out here for Memorial Day weekend, and we identified a nonprofit called Angels of America's Fallen, which exists to support children of fallen heroes. And, you know, they are an amazing organization and doing great things out there. And every pint of It Takes a Tribe Red Ale sold here in the stadium, we're going to donate $1 back. And we're also doing a viewing party at the tasting room, so hopefully everybody's watching. You are drink up down there. We'll be doing the same thing down there at the tasting room, so we're excited.
Very cool. How much have you donated yourself tonight, if you catch my drift?
A lot, man. You know, time, effort, money, a lot of things. And it's about the kids and you know, the organization itself. So.
Well, I understand your child Logan is celebrating a birthday today, so happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday,
and a belated happy birthday to you, Justin.
Oh, wow.
Really
Caught
appreciate
me off guard,
the time.
Ryan. Good job.
That's what I like to do. We'll be back in just a moment with the second half.
My city, my team, your station. SoCo CW and the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC team up to bring you for the first time ever live soccer broadcast from Colorado Springs. To find out when to watch on SoCo CW, go to fox21news.com and click on Switchbacks FC.
When you're in the market for a new home, consider the advantages of working with a reputable builder. Make sure quality and craftsmanship are part of the offer. Energy and efficiency are both must-haves. And find an area of town that's right for you. It's your home, so do your home work.
Home buying tips presented by Oakwood Homes. Call or visit oakwoodhomesco.com or to speak with a new home counselor.
Hailstorms are fun to watch, but they can leave you with a damaged roof. When that happens, Cornerstone Roofing can put your roof and gutters back to where they need to be. We provide free inspections and insurance estimates, and we'll work with your insurance company so your new roof is hassle-free. Plus, our customer service department will walk you through every step to make sure it's a fast and easy process. Cornerstone Roofing is licensed and bonded, so all work is guaranteed. Call Cornerstone Roofing for your free estimate, because integrity is the cornerstone of our business.
Every time I talk to my parents, they say, you're always laughing on the show. Like, do you ever work? I do work. I just like to have a good time while we're doing it.
I didn't know there were rules. Yeah, I don't know. I see opportunities to enjoy life and have fun, and I know that I work with people that's important.
I love when we can just roll with something, not just read what's on the prompter. That's in the script. You know, we always go off script.
That's what makes our morning show so fun and so different. We're not afraid to have a good time, and we're definitely not afraid to laugh.
Fat on flavor, skinny on price.
Fat Boys Pizza and
Honey, what's for dinner?
I don't know. Order a pizza.
I did it last time. You order.
I don't have the number.
Look it up. So easy, a 3-year-old can do it.
Fantastic in the first half. Definite contender for man of the match so far from Switchbacks.
As you see, the Switchbacks have had multiple chances coming from either the crosses or the corners, and that was the foul that was called that gave Luke Furcoloni a penalty kick that has been the difference in this game. But as you see, Switchbacks have had plenty of more chances. They just haven't been able to find a second goal. But they'll take the one that they have right now. As there you see Pascal Abusi getting called for the foul there. And here it is. Here's the difference in the game. Luke Furcoloni, earned the penalty, took the penalty, made the penalty, and the original member of Switchbacks FC has given his team a 1-0 lead. As we take a look now at how important this game is, we said it was important, and there's our evidence right there. You look at Real Monarchs lost today to Portland Timbers 2. That tightens up the top. Phoenix Sacramento Swope calling to Widener Field in a couple weeks. But there you go. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 separated by just 3 points.
Yeah, that log jam there on 14 points. So tight in the USL's Western Conference. Things looking tight as well in the East. And not a lot separating 1 through 9.
Yeah, and FC Cincinnati and Louisville City FC are playing each other tonight. So that might look a little bit different after we wake up tomorrow morning. Or actually, they're playing before us, so we'll know before we're done here tonight how that battle for the top of the East plays out between Louisville and Cincinnati. We are getting ready for the second half here. St. Louis FC did pick up the pace a little bit there at the end of the first half, started to create a little bit more chances, but it's on Switchbacks FC to kind of counter that and come out in the second half the same way they did in the first half.
Yeah, no, the Switchbacks, as you said, got to start off right where they left. They were really bossing things against St. Louis FC. Look great going forward, keeping St. Louis FC in front of them. They're going to have to keep doing that. St. Louis FC got to get those wide men involved more, get more chances on that Switchbacks FC net, obviously.
And the Switchbacks have done a great job against St. Louis leading scorer Kyle Gregg. We haven't called his name much, but you got to imagine that St. Louis is going to make an even more concerted effort in the second 45 minutes of trying to find their leading goal scorer. As you take a look at Stuart Sayus, as he and Moise Potti continue to almost alternate each week as Steve Trichu tries to find his number one keeper moving forward. As we get the second half underway, St. Louis with it on the far side. No changes, obviously, to both of these sides here to begin the second half.
Job there by Taylor Hunter reading that pass after giving the ball away. Jose moving forward from that right back position. He was so good in the first half, along with Josh Suggs on the left side.
And I may have spoken a little bit too soon. We have a couple of changes right now for St. Louis FC. We'll give you those in just a moment as Switchbacks FC looks to attack Nicky Jackson, who's been heavily involved on the offensive side of things. Once again finds the ball on his feet, but can't turn it into a shot.
Joey Calistri, definitely one of the names who's made way for St. Louis FC. Don't see number 7 on the field to start the second 45. We'll get updates there for you as soon as we can here at Widener Field. Switchbacks unchanged. Pascal Abusi playing out of the back. Taylor Hunter making himself available down the right side. St. Louis FC winning the ball back just inside the Switchbacks half.
And now De Silva with on the far side. He played really well in the first half for St. Louis FC, was all over the place, really gave the Switchbacks some problems. And when St. Louis started to test Stuart Sayus a little bit more, it was De Silva who was right in the middle of it.
The referee just going to have a talk here with Taylor Hunter. Not sure what about. Seems like we're coming to an agreement there right in front of the St. Louis FC bench.
And now Herzog nearly gets taken out by the referee, and Herzog doesn't like that. So here are the changes. Kadeem Dacries will come into the game for Joey Calistri, and that is one of 2 changes that we will see.
Ronald McDonald House Charity sponsor there on the substitutions. A couple rolls of the dice there for St. Louis FC to start the second 45. Down their captain, obviously, for this match, and their head coach. So a couple changes, being down 1-0 after the first 45. Nice run there. Nicky Jackson just unable to get on the end of that one, supported by AJ Jacob.
As Kadeem Dakers into the game, also Albert Dikwa in for Kyle Gregg. We were worrying so much about what Switchbacks FC would do here in the second half to limit Kyle Gregg some more. Well, St. Louis FC has kind of done that for them as they remove him from the game. Albert Dikwa will come in. Dikwa on the season has a goal, but Kyle Gregg has 5. So wonder if maybe playing midweek, maybe the altitude, maybe a knock or something. Not quite sure why the team's leading scorer is not out to at least to begin the second half.
And there was a good chance there from Dikwa. Stuart Sayus stayed big, had to wait to go down to save that ball. Big right hand, able to palm that one away from that man right there. Brings a lot of speed onto the field, replacing Kyle Gregg. Loses perhaps a little bit of that physicality. Kyle Gregg likes to put himself about, likes to bump defenders. So
now we're hearing that Kyle Gregg was looking a little bit tender, looking like he was really nursing an injury there in warm-ups, and so he doesn't get the start here in the second half, which makes sense. It would take an injury to keep Kyle Gregg out of the lineup, and we'll see how that affects St. Louis here in the second 45 minutes.
Yeah, they'll lose a little bit of that hold-up play with Dikwa in there. He just can't hold the ball up quite as well as Kyle Gregg, but he has a little bit more speed to get through the middle, so that could put the Switchbacks defenders under some problems. But Jamal Jack, Pascal Abusi will be happy that that physical threat of Kyle Gregg is off the field here for the second half.
And now St. Louis with it. They'll send it to the far side, and Dikwa trying to run this ball down on the far side. No can do there, so we are throwing for Switchbacks FC. So Luke Fergaloni right now, the goal-scoring hero. That's 2 in 3 matches, 2 in his last 3 matches. And if you remember the match before this recent form, Luke Fergaloni could not play against Orange County because he had picked up a red card in the game before that. And Luke Fergaloni was somebody that was determined to come back out on the field and contribute. He did not like the feeling of being home and watching his teammates take on Orange County, which at the time was the first place team in the USL Western Conference. Since then, Real Monarchs and Portland have changed things up a little bit, but Luke Fergaloni certainly showing what he said he would do, and that's be a huge factor for this team after his suspension against Orange County 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, really loves to put his stamp on the way the Switchbacks play their soccer. moving all over the field. We see him there. There's the man we're talking about, number 4, on top of this one, trying to restart with the free kick. But he's had so much license to get forward. Restarts this one, looking for that quick ball for Saeed Robinson. Terrific pass.
Yeah, Robinson comes down with it, has a defender on him, now gets it to Josh Suggs, who tried to play it like the ball didn't go out, but the referee saw it.
Yeah, just a little bit loose there from Saeed Robinson.
Yeah, as you see, the last time Switchbacks FC were here at home, they defeated Las Vegas Lights FC, the USL New Boys, and Luke Fercoloni scored the game winner there. I'm sure Luke would be okay with just being credited with the game winner, but not the only goal tonight, as this ball is sent in. And Finnison able to send this one out. Now St. Louis with it. De Silva picked up by Hamilton. We want to thank Cornerstone Roofing and Gutter. Integrity is the cornerstone of our business. You can contact them in Colorado Springs at 577-4611, Cornerstone Roofing and Gutter. So now Sam Hamilton plays this one out to the far side for Jiqua. Plays it up to Vercoloni now. It gets it taken away.
It's another good win by Sam Hamilton in the middle of the midfield next to Jordan Schweitzer there. And a great partnership so far in this game. Right in the middle of the Switchbacks energy room. Being supported by Luke Vercoloni, dropping back from his position, trying to support Nicky Jackson.
De Silva with it. Plays it through a double team, receives the pass back, but Pascal Abusi able to put his foot through it. Now ball in the middle for Hilton. Lewis Hilton sends this one, looking for Dequa, couldn't find him. Saeed Robinson ends up with it on the near side. Saeed gets pushed down. No whistle there as St. Louis still has possession. Suggs tried for the slide tackle there, couldn't get it to go. And now Suggs steps in front, and now just be a throw-in for St. Louis FC. Kavita will throw this one in. Lines up on the foot there of De Silva, and De Silva gets taken down. This will be a kick from the spot for St. Louis FC.
Dangerous position here for St. Louis FC to have a free kick. Switchbacks have to be careful of this one. Stuart Sayus just organizing his wall. Yeah, just reached out that hand. Pascal Abusi, that's what the referee saw there.
Good look there at that foul on the Fat Boys Pizza replay. So this is going to be, as Roland said, pretty good spot for St. Louis FC to take this kick. De Silva, Hilton, and Lindley are conversing over the ball, trying to figure out what they might do. Switchbacks FC are going to throw up a 6-person wall once all is said and done. One white jersey in there as well.
Favors the left foot of De Silva.
And this one sent in just over the crossbar there from Lewis Hilton. And nothing comes of the free kick.
Hilton going with that right foot. Looked like Stuart Sayus had that covered. Watch that one well. Looks like he saw it earlier, crossing over the wall.
Sayus sends this one downfield over the head of Nicky Jackson. Now Jiqua steps in there. Take it. Now look for Galoni, but we have a whistle first.
Yeah,
Nicky Jackson going down.
Yeah, Nicky Jackson taking a painful one there. Referee right on top of it. Hopefully he'll be all right. You can hear the yelp of pain from all the way up here in the booth. And Luke Vercoloni wanted that advantage, played through, letting the referee know, no uncertain terms. Wanted that to be played, but referee brought it back for the foul on Nicky Jackson. Had a good game tonight so far, Nicky Jackson. You see there, he wins the ball. Just that trailing leg right on top of the foot there, Nicky Jackson.
Yeah, I think Luke has a little bit of a point there. You certainly don't hold it against the referees too much when they're erring on the side of player safety and that a guy is down, but certainly case to be made there for Luke Vercoloni as the ball sent in by Suggs. Jack couldn't get on the other end of it.
Couldn't have been a more perfect ball played in there by the left foot of Josh Suggs. Delightful, just looking for the head of Jamal Jack. Jack just unable to get on the end of it to turn it goalwards. St. Louis FC still alive in this one, just a goal down.
Ball played to the near side here for Kavita. He'll send it forward for Dequa, and a good job by Jack getting back. Tipping that one out of play.
Jamal Jack winning the goal kick for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, playing it back off the attacker there. Good job. Experience there of Jamal Jack.
Stewart saves, getting ready to send this one downfield. Tells the ball to stay. The ball seemingly obliges. Want to welcome you into Widener Field, proud home of the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. Ryan Kaufman alongside Roland Vargas. 1-0, Switchbacks FC with the lead. Dequa dribbling down the near side. Jamal Jack getting in there once again to make a stellar defensive play. Sends it towards Nicky Jackson.
Imperious defending from Jamal Jack, coming across their center back position once again. Absolutely no luck going forward for Dequa so far since he's come in as a second half substitute for St. Louis FC. Jamal Jack's had his number.
Nicky Jackson there looks to be moving okay after the knock he took earlier, but unable to weave through the St. Louis defense. And now Hilton plays it across midfield, immediately gets the return pass. Hilton holds it up just past midfield. And now Jordan Schweitzer able to take away, immediately sends it downfield. Saeed Robinson on the other end. Saeed setting up his man. Now gives it off to Nicky Jackson, over to Vercoloni. And a whistle here. And it looks like it's going against Switchbacks FC. Maybe one too many passes there.
What a great job it was by Jordan Schweitzer to start that attack with that quick pass out to the far side for Saeed Robinson's run down the right. Ball eventually finds its way to Luke Vercoloni, unable to get himself on the end of that one. Referee blows for the foul. St. Louis FC restarts, but great job by Jordan Schweitzer to spring Saeed Robinson forward down that right wing.
St. Louis FC back with it. Fans, a reminder that the new home for USL streaming is ESPN Plus. If you want more information, you can always visit USLsoccer.com. But if you're out of market and you want to see Switchbacks FC or any other USL team play, ESPN Plus is the streaming home of the USL.
Frustration on the St. Louis FC bench there. Their team is unable to hold that ball, and the Switchbacks win it back.
So throw in here for St. Louis. Now Hilton comes all the way across the field to play it. Now chip it forward, looking for deep over his head. And Josh Suggs will just let this one harmlessly roll out for a goal kick.
Switchbacks doing a good job of controlling the pace of this game. Taking the sting in the air out of St. Louis FC sails going forward.
Switchbacks FC getting in position here for Stewart saves his goal kick. Sends this one downfield to the near side. Nicky Jackson skies to win that ball. Plays it forward to Ajikwa. AJ out on the wing. He'll send it far side to Saeed Robinson. Robinson now working one-on-one. He'll take a shot. That one was stopped by St. Louis. And now they'll send this one out of play on the far side. Now out of play on the far side. Held up for just a moment. Taylor Hunter looking for the quick throw-in, finds Schweitzer. Now Schweitzer getting called for the foul. Had a St. Louis player jump right in front of him. Gave him a little push. The quickest of restarts for St. Louis. Is almost like they were playing an advantage, but we did hear the whistle. Nelson plays it upfield. 1/2 hour left in this one. Switchbacks FC with the 1-0 lead. Luke Fercoloni, his third goal of the season, came on a penalty kick. Now AJ Jikwa having a hard time bringing the ball with him. Now he plays it over the far side for Saeed Robinson. Referee plays the advantage. Robinson scores! Saeed Robinson went top shelf, and the Switchbacks are leading 2-0.
That's got to be the game clincher right there. Brilliant from Saeed Robinson. AJ Jekwa working that ball out. Saeed Robinson takes it in his stride, works it onto his right foot, waits for Fenlison to come out, closes the angle, and blasts it home. 2-0 Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC in front of the Trailheads.
Yeah, Switchbacks FC fortunate that the advantage was played, and now Saeed Robinson celebrating with his team as he will get goal numero uno on the season. AJ gets taken down there, and now Saeed Robinson with the overlap from Hamilton dribbles it up and brilliantly places it just below the crossbar.
Stunning strike from Saeed Robinson. Deserved that goal. He's been fantastic tonight, gotten forward down the right-hand side numerous times in support of the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Finally able to get one. Great angle there. No chance for Fenlison. What a strike that is by the young Jamaican. Blasted home. 2-0 Switchbacks FC.
This will signal the first time since April 14th that the Switchbacks have scored multiple goals in the USL game. So 2-0 Switchbacks FC on top. And like you said earlier, the way that Switchbacks FC defends, because that hasn't been an issue all season long, a 2-goal deficit feels like a 4-goal deficit for St. Louis as Saeed Robinson gets taken down.
The Switchbacks have been fantastic defensively. Stuart Sayus so little to do tonight. St. Louis FC had a couple half chances in the first half, nothing on Sayus' net. Now the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC can put all their might into just staying behind the ball defensively, keeping hold of possession, working down this clock, and getting themselves a priceless 3 points here at Widener Field.
Still some work to be done. As you see there, even more evidence that things are looking good for Switchbacks FC. Scoring multiple goals. They have not lost, but that also tells a tale of how much offense has been a little bit of a problem for this team all season long. Just to be unbeaten when you score 2 goals. That's a mark that a lot of teams in the USL clear on a regular basis. Switchbacks FC haven't quite, they prioritize defense in the offseason. They had some guys coming back that they thought had quality, and now we're starting to see more of it. As we want to thank one of our terrific sponsors, Colorado Technical University, been a partner, great partner with Switchbacks FC. So now St. Louis has it. We'll see how they respond. Now down 2-0. This one played in for Herzog. And now Jack and Herzog get tied up. And we're not going to get a whistle one way or another.
Good strength from Jamal Jack, sliding across from that center box spot, just ushering that ball out of play. Not going to worry a player with the experience of Jamal Jack. Stuart Sayus just going to take as many seconds as he can here before restarting with this goal kick.
Stuart Sayus never in a hurry. He does things at his own pace, which has made him the successful goalkeeper he's been throughout his career. As this one is sent downfield, St. Louis there to greet it. Now Sam Fink, the captain for St. Louis FC, passes this one off. Now gets a return pass. Jikwa pressuring. Taken away by Nicky Jackson. Now a swarm of black jerseys coming up. Switchbacks FC can sense the blood in the water, and they want to pounce here and try and extend this lead even further.
Well, they know St. Louis FC just going to continue to throw men forward, looking to get on the board. While they do that, they're going to make themselves very vulnerable for Switchbacks counterattack. That's why you see the Switchbacks really trying to swarm, win that ball back high, and get it behind St. Louis FC.
Fink plays this one to De Silva, over to Herzog, plays on side. Now Switchbacks FC able to come from behind and take it away.
Nice touch there from Nicky Jackson, beautiful play.
Now Luke Fercoloni volleys it for AJ Ajekwa.
Good covering from Fink.
Jaqua waits all day for it to come down. Tries to play it back to Nikki Jackson, and it's taken away by St. Louis. Hilton sends it to the near side. And a good play there by Josh Suggs, captain for Switchbacks FC. Knocked that ball out. Hilton plays it to the middle for De Silva. Feeds Dequa into the box, and this one tapped away by Pascal Abusi. It will result in a corner kick for St. Louis FC. As we have a moment, want to crown our fan of the match. And there she is, coming out on a gorgeous night here at Widener Field, our Jack Quinn's Pub fan of the game. Great crowd on hand. Could have made a pick of almost any number of people here at Widener Field. It's been a crowd that's been engaged, excited, and taking in some great Colorado weather tonight. And also, it's pretty good soccer as their boys have a 2-0 lead. Now the ball played into the box by St. Louis, and this one will harmlessly roll out, but a Switchbacks FC player is down on the field.
Pascal Abusi is going to need a little bit of time here after that challenge. We're going to see a substitution for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Nikki Jackson's going to exit the field. Shane Malcolm's going to replace him. So you see there, Pascal Abusi just needs a minute. See, big challenge coming through here. Look at this. Right into your living room, ladies and gentlemen. Pascal Abusi, front and center. That's why he needs the time there after that big collision. There's the substitution. Nikki Jackson making his way off for Shane Malcolm.
And you see, we haven't had too many opportunities to see Nikki Jackson, the Colorado Rapids loanee, but you can see the quality as he's replaced by Shane Malcolm on a Ronald McDonald House Charity substitution.
Working on that hip of Pascal Abusi there, the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC training staff just inside the Switchbacks box. See a brief break in play here.
Saeed Robinson there with the game's second goal, his first of the season. Of course, Saeed was a member of the Switchbacks 2 years ago, was not with the team last year. Excited for him to come back. Both he and the team was excited to have him back, and there he gets his first goal of the season. As you see, our other Ronald McDonald's House Charity substitution, Seth Rudolph, will come in for Corey Herzog. And now, if you're St. Louis, you have both probably your two most talented offensive players that are now out of the contest. Kyle Gregg, we think, had an injury that prevented him from beginning the second half, looked to be not quite himself in warm-ups, and now Corey Herzog, such a good combination, Herzog and Gregg this season for St. Louis, and now they don't have that for the last 22 minutes of this one.
And Rudolph obviously just signed by St. Louis FC, so straight into action for him. A good substitution as well by the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, bringing on the experience and the speed of Shane Malcolm.
This one played into the box. Sam Hamilton sends this one away.
Very neatly done there by Sam Hamilton. Shane Malcolm running that one down. You see Malcolm going straight in there to the right-hand side. Saeed Robinson now leading the line. The Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC's attack.
Now St. Louis working their way downfield, and Jamal Jack once again knowing exactly where to be. Plays it downfield. Now Shane Malcolm to the middle, looking for Luke Vercoloni. Great job by Luke of receiving that ball. Luke has Green in front of him. He'll continue to run it up. Now he backtracks a bit. White shirt's closing in, so we'll deal it back to Josh Suggs. Suggs up to Luke, see if he can link up with someone on the cross. Vercoloni out wide. Plays it up for Jordan Schweitzer. Schweitzer with the left foot. Sent it to the far side. I think he was trying to go far post there. And AJ Jaqua in the box, perhaps wondering a bit where that ball was going.
Just got caught between two minds there. Jordan Schweitzer trying to play that one out with his left foot. Great job by the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Led, breaking forward by Luke Vercoloni. He's been fantastic tonight. We're talking about Saeed Robinson's goal. Got to think it's a contender for the USL's goal of the week this week. Wonderful strike by Saeed Robinson, breaking forward down the right-hand side and finishing just under the lip of the crossbar.
Hilton plays this one up. Now Dequa battling with Jamal Jack. That's a battle that Jamal will win. And And now on the near side, Shane Malcolm getting tied up here with Kavita, and now Kavita plays it back across midfield.
Jamal Jack's going to need some help here off the ball. He's gone down in a ton of pain. The Switchbacks are trying to get that ball played out. See the Switchbacks training staff trying to come on. Someone needs to tell AJ Jaco he's more worried about getting forward, but Jamal Jack still down, ton of pain, holding that right knee off the ball. Referee's just going to bring a stop to play now. Switchbacks training staff going to get a chance to come on, take a look at Jamal Jack.
Now earlier, Luke Fercoloni was upset that they allowed the play to, they didn't allow the play to continue earlier on, he thought was a good opportunity. And here the referee does let it go, and maybe Switchbacks would rather have Jamal Jack attended to earlier, but that's neither here nor there. The most important thing now is the health of Jamal Jack, the linchpin of their back line. And now while we have a moment and Jamal Jack's getting checked on by the Switchbacks training staff, we'd like to bring you a message from our partners at Oakwood Homes.
Yeah, it looks like Adam Zarin's going to come in here to replace the referee. So the fourth official is now going to be our head referee going forward here. Looks like Jordan Burt's going to be getting ready on the far side of the field for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Obviously a fantastic substitution to be able to call upon if they need it. Jordan Burt. See Jamal Jack there, perhaps holding that hamstring hip. Hopefully it's not that right knee area. It doesn't look like it is. Training staff there. As we see there's our referee. He's now going to be the fourth official for the rest of the game, Adam Zarin, coming on.
Yeah, Chris Greer will take Adam Zarin's role as the fourth official, as Roland explained.
Zarin there.
Multiple injuries on the field. Jamal Jack still down. As we take a look here on the Fat Boys Pizza replay, Jamal Jack getting tangled up there. And yeah, as you said, Roland, you hate to see anybody clutching near their knee, as this is a Centura Orthopedics, Centura Health injury stoppage.
Just hope that's muscular there, obviously, for Jamal Jack. Just made an awkward movement there with that right leg as he was trying to clear the ball. He's been fantastic tonight next to Pascal Abusi. But obviously great for the Switchbacks to be able to have a player of the quality, the experience of Jordan Burt on the bench, but that doesn't look great there. Jamal Jack carrying that right leg very gingerly. Josh Suggs, the captain, just helping him off there with some words and a smile there in his ear. Hopefully Jamal Jack's going to be okay. Imperious, wonderful defender so far in his Switchbacks career. He's been great tonight.
Yeah, the fact he hasn't been able to put any pressure on his leg is not good, but the reaction of Josh Suggs tells you that maybe it's not the worst case scenario. As you see, Jordan Burt will come into the game. Sam Hamilton got the start for Jordan, who's normally paired with Jordan Schweitzer in the midfield.
And that'll push Taylor Hunter into the middle to fill the position vacated by Jamal Jack. So Pascal Abusi, Taylor Hunter in the middle. Jordan Burt will go into right back. Josh Suggs, of course, keeps his position on the left side.
And Burt for Jack, our Ronald McDonald's House Charities substitution here, with definitely more. I feel confident saying we'll have more than 17 minutes of play still left here in the second half. Switchbacks FC with the 2-0 lead. Both teams having to make some drastic changes to their lineup, some key players going out in this game.
Huge substitute for the Switchbacks to be able to bring on Jordan Burt. One of the first names on the team sheet, but critical to be able to get him some time off, rest those legs after those midweek games for the Switchbacks, all that travel that they've had. So Switchbacks now with a 2-0 lead, be able to bring in Jordan Burt, put him at right back. The experience, the MLS experience of Taylor Hunter moving across to center back.
Yeah, Hunter, a former Houston Dynamo property. Spent some time with Rio Grande Valley FC last year. Made his way back to where he played his college ball, mentioned earlier. Played at Denver University. So some familiarity here with Taylor Hunter, and he also spent a limited amount of time with Switchbacks FC a couple years ago too. So I guess he would be old new Switchback.
Brief loan stint, Taylor Hunter. for Coloni just calming things down there in the midfield. Switchbacks getting a little bit disjointed, a lot of space between their midfield and their attack. Shane Malcolm now leading the attack with Saeed Robinson pushed out to the right-hand side. A.J. Jaco on the left. Luke for Coloni in that free-flowing role. That number 10 role there just behind the striker.
Kavita sends this one forward for Dequa. It's headed away by Josh Suggs. And we'll have a throw-in for St. Louis FC. As we take a look at our Penrose St. Francis Health Services critical moment of the game. Luke Vercoloni's penalty kick goal, which right now is the game winner. But St. Louis trying to at least negate that goal.
Got to get better service than that, though. Great opportunity. Had players over in the box. Cross just goes straight out. Don't like to see that at all. Training staff helping Jamal Jack very gingerly walking off the field. Hopefully he's going to be all right. Doesn't have too much time to recover. But a key player for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, and what a great partnership he's been forming with Pascal Abusi in the last couple of weeks. Getting a great hand there as he makes his way in front of the trailheads is Jamal Jack. Thoughts with him. Hopefully he's going to be able to recover. Key piece of the Switchbacks team.
Switchbacks FC will next travel to Las Vegas to face a Lights team they beat just a couple of weeks ago. This USL schedule a little bit funky in that Switchbacks FC will be able to finish the entire season series with Las Vegas and with St. Louis, and we're not even, well, the Las Vegas game will be June 2nd, but barely into June by the time those two season series are up.
Switchbacks haven't even faced some teams yet in the Western Conference, but as you said, getting that done quickly. Saeed Robinson looking to get on the end of this one. Nice touch.
Saeed with one goal already. This time he'll try to give it up for another, and it's taken away by St. Louis. Luke Vercoloni was crashing in, trying to get his second goal.
It was so sassy from Saeed Robinson there, just to bring that ball down with the heel of his right foot. Wait for that run of Luke Vercoloni, making it right on top of the penalty spot, just to whip that one right in. Luke Vercoloni, nice touch. First time unable to get his shot there, but good play from Saeed Robinson holding that ball up.
And a good defensive play by Pascal Abusi to hold up St. Louis a bit. They still gain possession back. Hilton plays it over to the far side to Silva, trying to run it down, could not get there. And it will be a Switchbacks FC throw-in. And then after that Las Vegas matchup on June 2nd, 1 week later, the Switchbacks are back home, and they will take on Swope Park Rangers, and that will begin a stretch where Switchbacks FC will play 4 of their next 5 matches here at Widener Field. For a road-weary team like the Switchbacks have been, that is a welcome piece of the schedule coming up here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, and be able to get that practice time as well together as a team here.
Bird trying to find someone to throw it into. Chested by a St. Louis player. Now St. Louis on the far side trying to start up the field. Now time running down here for St. Louis to come back in this match. They need 2 goals. Now Switchbacks FC don't want to get too complacent here. You want to play smart, not take any chances to leave yourself open to a counter. But you feel pretty good about yourself being up 2-0 right now.
Been impressed with Shane Malcolm since he's come on, worked awfully hard defensively. Taylor Hunter here on the cover. Just watching that ball go out. So we thought. Pascal Abusi eventually had to clear. Switchbacks just to maintain their focus here as we take ever closer to 90 minutes at Widener Field.
And now De Silva chests it to himself, goes high in the air, headed once again by Abusi. Josh Suggs trying to keep it in play. Did he at least get it out for a throw-in versus a corner? No, he did not. We're going to have a corner kick here for St. Louis.
Our first Z-trip corner kick of the game, I believe.
Hilton's going to take this one. Well, maybe. De Silva lurking. 50-50 chance, and they don't get these right, but Hilton will take it. Sends it far post. It was headed by St. Louis, but it goes out for a goal kick. Pretty good looking ball. Taylor Hunter was in the middle of that play, but it was St. Louis who got contact with that corner kick. Nothing doing there, and Switchbacks FC continue to lead 2-0.
Was a great ball in. Stuart Sayers taking his time once again. Going to restart here. Saeed Robinson looking for this ball down the center. Going to go to Luke Vercoloni instead.
Now Taylor Hunter will shield Dequa from the ball to allow Abusi to get to it. Now pass to the far side of the field. Ajayqua waiting for it, still waiting for it. And now AJ goes down.
Good refereeing there from Adam Zarin. Waited for the advantage to see if there was one. Wasn't. Good hold-up play from AJ. Ajayqua waited for that foul. Took it. Switchbacks once again will run down this clock as much as they can. Just try to take a little bit more of the pressure off them being put on by St. Louis FC. Looking to break the clean sheet for Switchbacks FC.
Switchbacks FC trying to hold on. It would be the 6th clean sheet for their keepers, Moise Puati and Stuart Sayers this season. Vida getting ready to throw this one in. Referee making it back up. A little confusion here on the St. Louis side. Throwing goes to Dequa, headed away by Hunter. Now Sam Hamilton will get on it. Gives it over to Luke Vercoloni. That guy still has a ton of gas in the tank. He'll send this one downfield. Saeed Robinson can't get on the other end.
Vercoloni there with his hand raised, apologizing.
Swing chip downfield. Pascal Abusi's got a beat on it. Now he'll just play it out on the far side. St. Louis getting ready for a throw in here. They still, like Roland said, at least want to break up this clean sheet Switchbacks FC have. Lucy sends this one downfield. A little bit wide of Saeed Robinson.
Switchbacks FC so comfortable behind the ball. 2 banks of 4 once again. Jordan Bird easily winning that one. Jordan Schweitzer putting on the pressure as well. Really good job limiting opportunities on Stuart Sayers' net.
Now Jordan Schweitzer got a foot out there, able to start the play back the other direction. Ajayqua on the far side. Shane Malcolm's running down the field with him. That's about it. Everyone else is in white. Now held up. Played over for Sam Hamilton. He can score from here. Plays it to Josh Suggs, and Suggs' shot is saved by Fennelson, and this will be a corner kick coming up for Switchbacks FC.
Got a little bit lucky there, did Fennelson, leaning to his left. Josh Suggs blasted that ball back, had to reach back to his right, saved that one. Good job by Josh Suggs looking for the near post. Just got lucky there, reaching back, strong wrist on our Fat Boys Pizza replay. As we hear the crowd responding with the Luke chants. Luke Vercoloni, fans' favorite for the Better Business Bureau Man of the Match tonight. Great performance from Luke Vercoloni as we see Josh Suggs gonna whip in this corner kick. Switchbacks looking for their 3rd.
Suggs waiting for St. Louis to back off. Now he'll send it in. That one lanced off the head of a St. Louis player and out. Switchbacks FC still with control. He'll send it in, and Fennelson able to jump up and grab it.
Good goalkeeping.
Fennelson rolls it out to the near side. Colton takes possession in the middle of the field. Switchbacks FC still pressuring. Vercoloni providing the pressure there, and now Josh Suggs is going to get whistled for the foul.
Unlucky there on Josh Suggs. Eyes for the ball.
Kadeem Dakers is the one that takes the worst of it.
We're going to see another substitution for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. AJ Ajayqua's races run tonight. Going to be replaced by the young man from Seoul, South Korea, Kim Tae-song. Great performance from AJ Ajayqua tonight. did his duties well defensively, working back, getting a good hand from the crowd, excuse me. A.J. Jacobs been fantastic. Tae-Sung Kim, different type of player, just going to come in, add a little bit more steel, a little bit more soul into the center of that midfield for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. A.J. Jacobs, good game tonight.
Now with the addition of Jordan Schweitzer in the offseason, Tae-Sung Kim, as we see him coming in here for the Ronald McDonald House Charities substitution. Tae-Sung was kind of the odd man out. Steve Trichu electing to bring him more off the bench in these kind of games where Switchbacks FC need to protect the lead. Speaking of Schweitzer, he has the ball on the near side.
Needs a little bit of help from his teammates there. Jordan Schweitzer, so experienced. Unlucky there just to land on that ball, just took his face right off the ball. So experienced just to run toward the corner flag, feel that pressure from the defender in his back and go down. Wins the free kick. Took the ball to the face for his effort. He's going to be all right though. Switchbacks will restart with Stuart Sayus taking this free kick long. To see here, unlucky. Just feels that pressure, goes down. Fat Boy speeds the replay. There's the ball straight into the chin. Unlucky there for Jordan Schweitzer, but he wins his team the free kick. Switchbacks getting awfully close to the clean sheet here, and a priceless 3 points at home.
Talk going into the match about how congested the 7 to 10 spots in the West are. We have to see how the other teams that are in the Switchbacks neighborhood fare this weekend, but to be able to get 3 points, and don't forget, Switchbacks FC have played more matches than anyone else in the USL Western Conference, so they really need these 3 points, and they look like they're going to get them tonight.
Especially at home. They made that the priority, winning their home matches. So being able to do this against a team, as you said, right next to them at the table. They've got men over here. Do the Switchbacks FC. Nice pass by Luke Fercoloni.
Was that Sam Hamilton that overran the ball there, allowing St. Louis to come back the other way?
Yeah, supported by Tae-Sung Kim, making a nice run down the middle as well. Switchbacks trying to get that third. St. Louis FC just not offering enough going forward here tonight to threaten the Switchbacks.
As we take a look now at the play of the game as this ball is sent in, we'll wait for this play to conclude as it goes out. Now, play of the game. Presented by Cornerstone Roofing and Gutter. And yeah, what a beauty here from Saeed Robinson. His first goal of the season. Win top shelf. Fennelson could not do a single thing about that.
Absolutely no chance. Just put your hands up there. Nothing he could do. Saeed Robinson, brilliant finish. Gave the goalkeeper the eyes, put his laces through that one. And I love just the kiss off the underside of the crossbar. Saeed Robinson has deserved that goal for his movements going forward tonight and in the last couple of weeks. 2-0. So Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
Foul called here against Switchbacks FC. St. Louis will send this one out wide, and then they'll have to send it back to the middle in order to send it out wide again. St. Louis FC with the restart, gets it up to De Silva. De Silva plays this back for Fennelson. See our new fourth official, Chris Greer, put up the added time here shortly.
Do we get a referee's injury report after these matches? Talk to us all about that.
I'm sure Chris Greer will be probable for this crew's next game. Here comes De Silva. Switchbacks FC need to hold here, and Stuart Sayus takes it right off the shin. Makes the stop.
And a hockey save there from Stuart Sayus, keeping that leg inside the near post. Good job there, not leaning toward the far post. Keeping that clean sheet. As we see there, some technical difficulties, but we are going to have 4 minutes of stoppage time here at Widener Field in Colorado Springs.
You know, he was the head official going in, so this is new equipment for Chris Greer in this game.
Had no idea that buttons were going to be part of the equation tonight. 4 minutes here at Widener Field.
4 minutes of stoppage time presented by the TikTok shop. As this one goes down into the corner for St. Louis, they do keep it in play. And now Jordan Burt just puts an end to all of that.
Good to see Jordan Burt get those minutes, also get those rests and those legs. We talked about all the travel the Switchbacks FC have been through. They had a chance to break forward there. they'll have to regroup, but good to see Jordan Burt both get some minutes and get some rest in those legs tonight.
Hilton gets it tapped away by Jordan Burt. This one will go out for a Heat Depot corner kick. Minute into our 4 additional minutes. This one sent high into the box. This is going to clear everybody. Jordan Schweitzer running after it. Takes some contact from behind.
So smart. Jordan Schweitzer knows exactly what's going on, knows exactly what the time is, just runs across, sees the clock, knows as soon as he feels that pressure to go down, he does, right in front of the referee's assistant, Warren Parliament. She raises her flag. Stewart saves. He's going to restart here. Luke Furcoloni, no doubt about it, our Better Business Bureau man of the match tonight. Penalty kick, won the penalty kick, and all action performance, box-to-box midfield performance tonight by that man, the veteran Luke Furcoloni. Well deserving of the Better Business Bureau man of the match. He's been fantastic this evening once again. Switchbacks FC.
He's been the Better Business Bureau man of the month for Switchbacks FC. That's an unofficial designation. Josh Suggs dribbling up the near side now, gives it to Jordan Schweitzer, back to Josh Suggs. Good overlapping run here. Suggsy looking to try and link up with someone in the box. Nobody's there. Now a play back to Shane Malcolm. Malcolm sidesteps a defender, now gives it off to Furcoloni. How about another? Luke Furcoloni!
Right on cue, your Better Business Bureau man of the match, Luke Furcoloni with the Switchbacks third. What about the play from Shane Malcolm on the near side? Beats his defender, all hands up, rolls that one across. Luke Furcoloni passes that one into the net. Desperately unlucky there for Fenlison. 3-0, Colorado Springs, Switchbacks FC. The Trailheads love it. And the Better Business Bureau man of the match, Luke Furcoloni, loves it. 3 points and 3 goals going home tonight with the home team, your Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. No look pass there from Shane Malcolm, and Luke Furcoloni uses the defender fake, screens the goalkeeper, passes the ball into the net. 3-0 Switchbacks.
Pretty looking there on the Fat Boys Pizza replay.
Great job.
I just wonder if the fake was totally sold by Shane Malcolm. Was he going to pass it to the fan in the front row there? But it was a great pass to Luke Furcoloni. And just in case you were like, maybe man of the match should have gone somewhere else, Luke's wanted to let you know that, yeah, he deserved it. Second goal of the game, 4th of the season. Switchbacks FC now lead it 3-0. A bigger lead they have not had in more than a month.
They really needed this performance, needed this points for it to come here in front of their home fans, in front of the Trailheads. On Ziggy bobblehead night, huge for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC here, Widener Field. They want more. Tae-Song Kim pressing the action to that man again, Luke Furcoloni.
This one played here to Shane Malcolm. Luke trying to return the favor. Got such a great pass from Shane. Now Shane with some nice moves. Gets denied though.
More trickeration from Shane Malcolm. He's just going to be content to keep this ball in the corner. Josh Suggs going to bail him out. Switchbacks full of confidence. Look at the way they're passing the ball around here. This is the perfect result for them. Ahead of a difficult week of practice here at Widener Field. 3 points for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC and 3 goals.
An offensive explosion led by that man, Luke Furcoloni, the original member of Switchbacks FC. 2 goals today, including the game winner at PK in the first half, and a absolutely huge 3 points for Switchbacks FC. We'll be back to recap it all next.
My city, my team, your station. SoCo CW and the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC team up to bring you for the first time ever live soccer broadcast from Colorado Springs. To find out when to watch on SoCo CW, go to fox21news.com and click on Switchbacks FC.
When you're in the market for a new home, consider the advantages of working with a reputable builder. Make sure quality and craftsmanship are part of the offer. Energy and efficiency are both must-haves. and find an area of town that's right for you. It's your home, so do your home work.
Home buying tips presented by Oakwood Homes. Call or visit oakwoodhomesco.com or to speak with a new home counselor.
Fat on flavor, skinny on price.
Fat Boys Pizza and
Honey, what's for dinner?
I don't know. Order a pizza.
I did it last time. You order.
I don't have the number.
Look it up. So easy, a 3-year-old can do it.
As we take a look at some very nice Fat Boys Pizza highlights, the scoring started off tonight with Luke Vercoloni. That penalty kick goal that he earned the penalty for put Switchbacks FC up 1-0 at halftime, and then they came out in the second half looking for more. Here's Saeed Robinson, his first goal of the season. Vote for it for USO Goal of the Week. I guarantee you'll be up there.
Yeah, brilliant strike from Saeed Robinson. Waited for the defender to come across, gave him a little bit of an extra angle, just kisses that ball off the underside of the crossbar. Fantastic strike, and look at that from Shane Malcolm. So much confidence. Finds Luke Vercoloni, just passes that one straight down the middle. He loves it. That's the Switchbacks' third, his second.
And Shane Malcolm there posing for a cell phone picture before feeding Luke Vercoloni. As we take a look now at the statistical information from this one, St. Louis actually picked up the pace when it came to shooting in the second half. Played pretty physical in this game. Both teams have had an equal number of corners, each team getting a little slap on the wrist with the red card. But all in all, a good win for Switchbacks FC as they get a crucial 3 points against a team that they came into the night tied with in the USL Western Conference standings. Now it's on to Las Vegas next week. We'll be back with you a couple weeks after that. For Roland Vargas and our outstanding crew, I'm Ryan Kaufman. Switchbacks win it 3-0. We'll talk to you next time.
Thank you for watching tonight's Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC post-match show on SoCo CW. Sponsored by Cornerstone Roofing and Gutter. Integrity is the cornerstone of our business.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.